104.3. Professor Kofi Ejekum Ewaha Anope, or Linguistics Department or lecturer or University of Ghana, Legon. Prof Machi Akwabanzo. That's no adaje. Nana Akomia a MPP ni Mapa Sai Managing Director STC. Nana Akwabo. Kwesi Pratt a central ni nyuma so edoso ebi Socialist Forum ne yakeka ho. Kwesi Machi Akwaba.
Germany.
That's no adaje. Na opani empacho answer be fiase no me panyin bi e de asama to mani. Say me misa say ye ka say obi abro a ye beka no bro for say
villain.
Okay.
Villainous person.
Obi oya bro. Enti Uncle KK empacho obi a say oya bro na so a villain.
Anu na ya na binum pese omu piapia no. Na ekoshe broni.
Brony.
And I African Americans no.
Yeah.
No share no nti. Just say obi e broni ano obi a odi abro.
But enya sa na tie. Villain nti obi a villain. Nti e kan bro for a villain. Okay. Interesting. Azemo. Na open yende eja media dwuma ne ye ensentro de wurubo musu na mo kire yade linguistics kasa ne senia emunse etymology wo ho etymology emunsem ne ba bi free by ne nuances na boshe baby you're born free and etymology na same no I say yeah the obo 42 radio 4 titru say and same be a keka no ya na anohye ebi boman ebi gu nipa hu fin atenie ne ne keka ho ya twe ebi maso ana say twe ebi masan police abem ebi akoda cell ebi court utie afan bi a yese asa ye tata de obo for instance for utie afan bi so a yese ye ya je ono kwa amaye ho intisi anhwe kwan bi so antenetene no a ebe hardwin ebi say is it press freedom under attack or restoring sanity in the media landscape. And no muka say ya na fix the country convener and so kan ho asem and ujina court na uti lawyer Francis Osusu ano so ne comment about judges I say be a political judges na keka ho nyina your public space conversations discussions they will bo in some can sabi freedom of speech na na say ya try be careful. Openi. That's it.
As we asemu mudro. Na just a shena afan. Come.
Yeah.
Kasa bia e free nipa enum ba bia. The hiano say kasa no free. Nipa kuo bim. Yes. And then nipa kuo no so omo kasa ne omo mambre enso eto kese o kasa nipa kuo no eno mambre ese miensa ni nyina aka bo
okay
enti brebia o kasa bia no so din ka bisa won say nipa kuo be na me free mu na sa nipa kuo no omo mambre ene omo ntete ete say
and a kasa ka
their norms and their values na nipa kuo bia wo emranso a ema kwan ma se utumi ye wei untumi nye wei eti brenyina se ye hwe ye kasa ese hu se ye hemfo ye ganafo ye ganafo no ya mambre ene niema ye di ebuoma niema ye susu se esombo ene de hen eti anu na ese kire ese say na say ye kasa na kasa nkasa mu say eba say they are no kana. Your friend be the power of the spoken word.
Power of the spoken word.
Power. The kasa bia asem bia fi wanum ba bia asem nan kasa wo the intrinsic power to me bi wo asem nan kasa bi. Etina say obi kasa nyame nhyira.
Yeah.
Obi say osresre na onyenwene. O say o me da ase. Sa nhyira no no na ira. Ade ba na wo mu a e ma say obi kan na wo sresre. Na said Bacrona or Jina Misha no can say, woo, two son qua. So, Namano no. Obon said, a while penal when Nimu assassin.
Yeah.
I just said, two son qua also, a crap to me be at the num. A ma who said, a semi uncle, a quay king, a behame. It is sad as I am. Your bounce and trim, but I will be so tear me, my classmate to be. Constant trainer or say come on the obenyanka in some treno because yam nyina na mo kyerɛ yam friend in some tre mo train some
train some
e ba se en some trene da obonwuma na e se obi a ode ye adwuma bia so bisa na se oman be na me wo mu yi oman na mambre ete sei eniama be na oman ne nhyehyɛ agitum eniama be na oman no nhyehyɛ anyintum itina ade abewura sa dodo de kan bi ma men kan bi amamwe a obi ara ho kwan sɛ ɔkyerɛ na dwen wɔ bibi na ɔkyerɛ wadwen na ubisa ho sɛ madwen kyerɛ sɛ na nipa bɛfa no sɛ madwen kyerɛ
speaking here
speaking no sɛ madwen kyerɛ ɛbɛtɔ dwapɛ a sɛ na nkɔfo bɛsi aso mu the honest speaking na eba na say breben na wo de kasa yi na eye hemfa na wo gina kasa yi kame niam koso pa wo piam awarefo ntam niam a omo ka no kame say obi ko wia no ho na ko di pia bonten kenifa bi o ho a obu anipa ma omo eso beti at eye ba bi omo wo no mtimi ka me ompedia na wo bisa ho say na ahemfo na ewo ho so moya namfo na mohyia na moto dame ana monya mu bia bi na motwitwa na mo kan sem bia eye mo na mo ho nom e bia mo namfo no a wo mo kam ho a mo nom di agro na wo
yeah
se ufiri ho pe na nia abaye ye badwam kasa yi ba bia eti sesi yi kwabe minim ni padodo a wo mutie yi
bebre
nti asem bia e be firi ma no bia se me ya madwene na me sisu dua se nipa atie me no kwame ebi nim nyansa kye me ebi wo nim die kye me dodo na ho ofe kye me ebi no mabobra e kye me ebi no mo ahunyade ene ajapade e kye me nti se me betra ha ma me nye me ho ni se yazme ya professor na mfiri legwan banti me ansa na mbe professor na nkofo bi aye professor a retirement
okay
dia sabe hwe we nyina na me bie manu aka bibia ma hu se they are making se na nkofo bi so na mpadu akon ba bi wonum bi do se mo adoma ekrom ho omo ye o madwen se mo akekere na ados nti omo hye mra se enisa aboa bia kira aboa bia bam omo de atoso to obi ni nam ho a ekura nam ho a wonim se odi rough sane a okra ntumi nche no abotokura nya no ho no na osore a na osebanum na akora
osebanum
yes no ohurihuri sei say ahyemra so obia entitako ena na emsa yafno osebo ena okere no wie ena be ya asem wo mo adoma kromo say ya hyemra so obi enkire obi no osebo akira botokura awe no ena omo de court na lawyer nkuta den ono ye lawyer phone back omo ba mu ana omo kan say yes ya ka se ma obi ankire obi a but the non so nkyere se obi mfa osebo enum koya goprama say ya hyemra enti yes ya ma ye kwan se yentumi nkyere ya adwen kyere no se tape da ho se ne american enya de amigu obi hu fi ɛnyɛ ade a ne amekan ɛbɛhyɛ nkɔfo kutupa ama ade bi ankomo nwene ho so ɔmbɛyɛ kora ɔmbɛkɔ akɔyɛ ana enti na am sɛ mo nso mo kɔ school a journalism school no ɔmo kyerɛ bibi ethics adwuma no ho mmara nkete baako pa o de ba ya kama mu a yɛ ka yɛ sɛ suhyefa yemua so ukuru ha na unkuru ha untumi mfa cap na ɛda so no mu ti na ya ka sɛ sɛm bibia munu adue mu na monhwɛ sɛ asɛm no ne nokora pa ni tie afɛnu no nyinaa na de ɛkɔso nya sabre ho ahụ a free bra ya shas ya say ya kɔ dodo amamuo 1992 bae radio station ahodo bae na the bon krata bebre bae kamia say brebia nkofo ɛdom hunta radio ene nsamkyerɛ nkrata no echi no maka nneɛma bi sɛ kura mu social media no ɛba bɛka ho de kwame asɛ no kura ende abetum nkyene ama tɔda bi na wohwɛ web no bi na wotie nkɔfo comment ɔmo ka fa nsɛm bi a ebi kura nipa kro no ɔde adwen mu fine na kan bibie na ɔbɛhwɛ na nkɔfo odi na tem
di watem sɛ
enti asɛ sɛ atemnidie ɛbatakari ɛna nipa bebre afahye enti odi atem kra ɔhwɛ na chi nhwɛ ba bia ateto nso de anim sɛ o ka obi ho asɛm kra kwame wo bon sɛ nipa no o twa nani hwɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ sɛ ba bia o gyina no ɛnya de a obi bɛte ne a ɔka no na wakɔka foforo izan sɛ atesɛm no sɛ nipa kro te na ɔtoa so akyerɛ obi a ɛsono sɛ ne esitie enti me fam de kwame ɛntwa yi sɛ ene obɛhwɛ na obi aka sɛ ne akɔkye no na obi ayɛ sɛ ebi won so asɛ yɛbɔm kɔkɔn so a enka ehu hia ma ɔman no ɛyɛ emu yɛ dede na ne ɛde dede ni nyinaa ban so ɛyɛ masam dada no MPP NDC ti sɛ obi kan bibi na ɔwɔ MPP fa MPP fo no enta hu bɔne a ɛwɔ ne bakro na kana isan sɛ panfo sɛ etua yɔnko ho etua biem o kika bi kyerɛ wɔ mo enti so obi ka sɛ oh dia wayɛ me pesa me den kɔ court obenya nkɔfo abɛta na chi saa nso na sɛ ɛyɛ DC ni bi na akɔka bibi anka yɛ nyinaa yɛ wɔ ɔman mu ate aseɛ sɛ dia krachi a na baba ɛkan ɛmfa ne kwam obenya ne party for abegyina kyerɛ sɛ o na sɛ we nya de din kan ni obi aka we ni kɔfo ka ne daa kwame ɛno no mansam no ɛsɛe na ɛma ho yɛ ɛba ɔman no etietia ɔman fa ahodie so ɛma mpuntuo ɛnkɔ so ɛma adwuma ɛsɛ nkɔfo ɛkɔ dwuma mu a ɔmo tena ɔmo ho yɛ no obon sɛ ɛde sankɔbodie no ɛna aba ɛna yɛwɔ akua ahodoɔ bi nso a ɔmo hwɛ National Media Commission na senka ya ma ɔmo aka de ebe ma ɔmo aye adwuma ka nneɛma we bebre enisa press for kra bam ka ɔmo bɛhwɛ ɛwɔ national media ho kwabe okɔ university no ma ensam sisi o ade ya wo nkrabata a ɔmo hwɛ so sɛ student ye bibi a ha na ɛsɛ ɛkɔ sɛ lecturer bi ebu mra bi so a ye wo ɔmo ayɛ so ɔmo hwɛ sɛ ne nyina bam a ɛboa ma nneɛma bi yɛ so ano ɛwɔ kukuam.
What if student na lecturer no why tintin
oh yeah tintin
esan say hwe ne ekosue a media phone bi call a court by ebi sabi ayedin ebi so utie ben yakudu court fix the country ni pay a or patch say nyoka no nkan boni bia ben nyoka na no aka no ebi so tintin ebi say nkeni say ya che no nti insam no hu ya dey fine
ka yon say atitide pen moja dodo a onya na enipa say oye bibi na oye mfomso na wankasa hu say waye mfomso a aniti na echew pa ho ti was say opa obi chewa your friend on balancing the equation so bɛka sɛm tia nana akomea ɔyɛ madam fo a ɛbɛma nkutahodi ɛdame ne ntam no akɔfam dubo sɛ ɔno nam ha na me nam ha tisa me bɔ mɔden na mu sɛ nana deɛ meyɛ no anyɛ yi a mepɛ sɛ tebea ne ɛwɔm dada no yɛsa akɔgyina hɔ no enipa no teme fo atɔre bi nso koraa ɔka bibi wie na wodwene ho ana hu sɛ adeɛ mu ɛntwa yie ɛsɛ ɔpakyɛw
but also mpakyɛw
sɛ ɔyɛ tintintintin a na afei nkɔfoɔ nso de mmara no ɛyɛ adwuma apanifo sɛ asambɔne nti na ahemfie si hɔ sɛ obi onyɛ na mfa wo ho nie sɛ nipa korɔ no ahunu mfomsoɔ no a wayɛ no na wanyɛ antom ɛna kwame ɔgye atom koraa apology no baako bi wɔ hɔ a sɛ nipa korɔ nka sɛ mmea nkasa deɛ nneɛma yɛ nka menhu mfomsoɔ bi a ɛwɔ so ba madafo kwame aya na mehyia no branda ne yawada no ɔsɛ ɔpani wei deɛ ntwa yɛ nti bɔ mmɔden a ne pakyɛw na mebɛgyina hɔ nka sɛ mede menhu deɛ mayɛ ne mu kwame sɛ deɛ meyɛ na anyɛ yie nti mempakyɛw a ɛno ɛnyɛ kyɛw pa ɛsiane sɛ ɛmfiri mu akomam ɛna mepakyɛw sɛ ba saa deɛ a na ɛsɛ mmara no ɛne nnipadie ɛsiane sɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a nnipa mfa ɔno ankasa ne tumi ɛnyɛ biribi enti na mmara wɔ hɔ
ebi wɔ so ɛsɛ ɔmo a mmara no ɛwɔ ɔmo nsɛm na ɔmo kuta mmara no ebi wɔ na ɔmo kyia mmara no sɛ ebi a wenke ho hia sɛ yɛbɛyɛ ni sɛ yɛbɛyɛ sane sɛ wotumi nti na wodi tumi no akɔtɛ mmara no akyi na wodi tumi pra obi
yɛwɔ word bi yɛfrɛ no ntɛnkyea sɛ atemmuro no wɔ hɔ sɛ yɛmfa wei nto ha wode to ha ɛsɛ yɛtoma so na mmom sɛ meme de to ha a menim sɛ hɔ nyɛ no yɛntwema so na nana ɛde to hɔ a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛakyea atemmuro no na wokyea atemmuro no a kyerɛ sɛ woamma nokorɛ no anyɛ adwuma ɛba saa no nso a nnipa no a ntɛnkyea no ɛkɔma no no ɛbɛyɛ ne ya ɛnti na meka sɛ ɛyɛ nneɛma no ayɛ kwasi ananta twene o wobɔ mu a wonni awu woammom so a wosie wo na meme dia enka ɛbɛfiri nipa na obie na no akasa no sɛ ɔbɛkari nea ɔka no sɛ nea meken ne nsunsuanso ɛbɛyɛ da to bi anya na nipa ma abufuo ne tumi ahyɛ no mu sɛ ɔmunya me na mekeka nea meka bia ɛwɔ na bible mu deɛ na ɛba sɛ na ne bunchefuo di agimisɛm no sɛ benka ho no ɛyɛ adwuma na okuko drum so dodo a kwame yakugyaw
Apa imbisa last one I mean kona na komia so bro from you be say how did we get here
okay
eba ne saying na say no ase wa kan social media yi ena ya radio adwuma yi ene kasa ye kano abonten no abeda ne kasa ya tenie you try to nkrofo so you can say I mean nim say American tree but I say a free temperature. Okay. Inflammatory language. How did we get to? When you know, Sebi.
Baby, I am my drew ho. The big kind ya mamra ya twatching. We can't wait. I say, so come say, Obia o teto back passo. Nana come ya teten back passo, of I could sit teten back passo. Come meaning is that o back. Ebe jina bonten di do bi atem da
me nyini se beba ne sanya me mpengu se beba ne
yes me ba me nyini se obe jina bonten na pani bi ka asem a oji so ne nya adwene kra obe di na atem
ba pani wan so na kan se wo ba bone da yo so ni batete ya
panya maako bi wom na se de akoye ne se esan se yamfa yan se me hyahye se yam free nipakuo be na yeye ya mamra te sen ye kasa te sen esan say yamfa ya mambre ne nipakuo ye sunsum ne bibia anta akire nu nti no ana ye gyan enkwada no na omusua niema e wa America omusua niema e wa Europe to no be crack also but in America people can say this ye ni America ye wo kwame ye wo Ghana ye krapem for ye ever for ye asante for ye kwafo ye dagbani for ye wo yen hyehyɛ ye wo ya mamra ye de atete nti ɛno no ye baako ana kwa me de toso mienu ye school sam no akoye ensohwe ne ayi say de na ye sua wo school omom call school dada fast asem e call middle school omom call secondary school year 5 years ne ma no musua no na dodo na etete abofra no ana kwame ye nyam sam nyam sum osuma horo aye wo no ede na ya sofo no Sunday school ye trem korea ebetumi ama aboa wo mo nea abawie we ni nyina nse senkora no etumi fa we num kra na NDC ne MPP bamu pe
amanyosem
ni nya bamu pe na ebi Martin kensei esan se nea oye no ebi wo ho a abrante na baba no kra nim se nea oye ne nye ba ne party for piapia no kika bi tra no come yanti ha ya sabre na party for nyina bai obi wo ha ote ha o can be na fe wanya phone call no we pie if you print oba pe na kwan no onam so kasa no asesa oba ku ka chem say o de bibi tre me say o mo say na na wote ho na wa ye din sa na ye bugu so enti anu ba mu a enna dia bedru ba bia ye duri enti say betumi asesa esa party for no hyase ehun say deda wo man mu no nya sa na ye de tete ye nya sa na ye pe no na omonte ase nso se ebre ye ni nkaso se ye ma otumi no sene akwabe ebre bi beba na Nebukadnezar no de nyina eba na wie ye enti se tumi nti o man nkofo esopa nkofo twa nkofo adapa nkofo gu nipa bi a omo abo omo bra egu omo hu fia unya tumi no na unya ni nyina edo be kwa kosi nfa abi de betimi aka no
asemo
o se ban was sebe kwasia no se ye de me yonko na ye ne me
ye de me yonko ne ye de nana kumia
Kwame
baby I be dream is it an attack on media freedoms and freedom of speech and say restoring sanity in the media landscape and say to me abai no security agency need hwehwe nipa and say ya mu no ye kasa and ye responsible de hinana
you Kwame me dasi I went chat with you for
yeah Joso
me nwa no ma me ma sen hia wa professor ni Kwesi na isem na ekoso a wa boss wi ato ye nimu me there me phone is restoring sanity yeah share your free speech so na your free speech your media freedom but yes I want bra see the fact to say you free speech no interest say make me I can be bia me pe etia Kwesi Pratt na maka say free speech say me can say be to me nwa Kwesi Pratt so na e asemo a etwi ni integrity I can say
a good
hufi na me ninja na so a me ntimi ka say a free speech sense the whole society will collapse na akoswa check mrepi no yebuye niguso na yebuye niguso a ebe koso ebe west nti eneno na epese sa kasa emfata etia mrei yeso anoa me fuaso pa restoring sanity yanhwe insemia ade yenwan mo mo ye on police for new mo di yanhwe nsema esi ba kon say first lady yeah Mrs. Akufado akonji omana sasi ade ye ne private business. I mean, such a statement. Yeah. So police for cause be ya no betray more because it can cause fear and panic and undermine political administration of country. Ti brabi ya no. Ebe na ndokware wo. Ebe anampa. Ya ma me no. Ekwan bi so no ria o ma na sase a. Na ye ntimi ono so ntimi bisa na sem. But say jina so obi anima na o so esi etimi twa so. Okay, yes statement to say don't say subo. Say ye ma me no de e fa kwan bi so de fa o ma na sase de ye ne ono ane private projector. Now ninjina so a kwame emfata ba kubia mi hu ye journalist ba kwia ono so police for a friend mi hu bibi sesia wo the Facebook post bi oye e fa judiciary no say judiciary no corrupt judges near very corrupt. The Chief Justice was
okay, me too.
Me share a post on Sisiana midi na mako to directly na area ne kan well no ye o can be say Chief Justice na mu 5 million cedis or dollars bi akofa. Well, now o can we wo o publish sa same way me hu I say that me can from this current judicial system is corrupt and made up of crooks and criminals led by a corrupt Chief Justice who is struggling to purge himself from a $5 million thievery allegations. Facts are sacred. Where facts? And you what publish way? The whole judiciary, the entire judiciary, was a corrupt and made up of crooks and criminals. Well, now I can say first lady, second lady, omo fum or man assassin at the Yo Mankasomo project. Just say it's in baby son, I bet you a quiet fast swap. The judiciary no crooks no criminals say na be for my bra near because one see where no it's going to get worse. But could be also police for needing kuta to and say President Ebusia for almost around my town presidential jet near the call London near call shopping. So president brother a bumpty also a town presidential jet no they call any business for Nigeria. Now T radio so do say you can't say me it besides engineer so where un engineer so are they this kind of statement causes fear and panic. Say President brother Timmy Town presidential jet Air Force Timmy the jet no man mono they call Nigeria called 1990 any business and no Timmy release jet ma president relatives say omo fan go shopping are our engineers so enya ba kunya fix the country also so there army no come useless because on ye cool constitution na boy nya ho ban na o yen bibiu kasa ai betimi a incite and ebe promote the overthrow of the constitution enya kasa ai fata enya publication esa we
ebe super say he doesn't have capacity in terms so yen hwe ebi anasebe o kan try until say so it try
yeah enti ye frewa ne say hwehwe mansa ne yetime hu say uni capacity anakwa memboa meboa say hwehwem ne hwehwem wie ne hu say o say asem no kra o kan try say na never catch or catch. Well, inti media necos is sanitizing the airwaves. In somebody there quite be wo ni akafa ho airwaves. Me ni akafa me ho last na say okay STC in Sambia buy and ya can say a petrol no ayatum na ni first no enko. Na fe border na ayatum no. E ma ye adwuma no high pa. A graphic tron ho asem. Ye be kan ho asem akwa me okay.
Okay.
Any pe radio so. Danwa area kete. Yes you there be. STC in sem na adwuma no enko so. Nanakomia.
Oh, really?
Ni pay original. Half the payroll of STC.
Really?
I have the recording. Wow. Into way obitia, wo group me hufi. Me come me page wa kwa me ubesu as a chief executive. But obiti radio so nipa miensa ewia kete. Se na koso STC ni se papa no STC payroll no. Onunkwa ni pay ni half the payroll. First. Me send you voices.
Empathy of us.
Inti me na me ni ho me ni adaje. So but say me very very high. In fact, it can cause panic or STC.
Yeah.
Can cause panic. Say say I see a salary I am to 2 money bonuses I in training year. Say na see MD na AFS. Fata anjina so bia nim nyansa bia nim so na ye kan try our radios enya well na makan we awie no police for no so omo ye omo chuma to omo so mo fa mra kwan so fa nya chuma no. If said 2 wrongs, Senator cannot go from 2 wrongs.
Don't make it right.
Do not make it right. At this year, no back when invite you a chain say, almost didn't to more than 48 hours.
With the excuse to say, no omunya court.
There is no excuse.
Meanwhile, I was saying, Enkayenya court didn't know.
There is no excuse.
And now, police and Kasa could have granted him bail.
There is no excuse for breaking the law. And you say you be break law, no my excuse.
Wow.
Excuse is there.
Yeah.
Well, there no so no police for some yes sir. Na amom juma no so atosi.
Anya no na ma ebi mu adwen ya mo say bia na obi tachire a odi tumi kire ne say I'll show you where power lies.
Well, police for conduct no be kasa no so na dream police for na mana abadesa amasa adwin train number that it shouldn't be like that. Now saying a whole metropolitan chief executive second data credit who is also the head of the metropolitan security including the police. See, I
didn't go court to cry.
And it seems to say there's a new spirit in the police.
Yeah.
Say, sa kasefia koso na yentimi kan ho hwe no. Insisan eba. Na in the process no the police no so no so mudimra ne so. Nti yenwa na omde ne tumu for more than 48 hours at time. So tiamra. Charges ne be there body treatment.
Treason felony.
Charges ne modu pa. But charges there say be court. The court na be hwe. But ma police form fa e bufuo enyo mutuma no. So the hwemra no. Obekai and Chabia 2020 then 12 was 2011. Yenua MP ba konkoka sembia. Na and shishia kakra. Police for friends on my chassis. It need to move more than 48 hours. say police for case no and na charges here the brain which is a Hitler
no say charges here bibi say ya
I don't think the genocide is okay. Genocide is just oh ye bibi kunipa be 1 million gidi no the police for the how much money want to cry and ankosi bebia tiomunya butre we enya emotion eyamra mon fat charges I am shishie piece I need na mon charges amra no betimi support because we court the fact say we police why charge no nche say afi na we court no akọ nipa no so would be charged no but no so on the lawyers njọmọ so mo fa emotion enye sa o medwuma amo fa mra no na enye adwuma na kwame ade ko a ehame wo am fi say no kra nso ka ho na sa kasafi aye gu nipa ho fi eno so boa na ekoso pi eye judiciary no
omaire
kwame the court processes no a frustrating Ghana for this a media sima kofa STC sika have the ashemi botumi so me can say me the court kwame
na so
if about 3 years na that's what court minister daji am de be yejuma mapeja STC am de nam court nti me nko nti na enu se be encourage ni pass oh asem ye kan kra o ye nya fiti yan kan mo judiciary no so say me chief justice will Ghana ha or be reform judiciary in such a way say justice will not be this expensive and never ending. Judiciary no make say justice delayed is justice denied. Now the way your laws know say court processes, a judicial process is not thing. Kwame, it doesn't favor justice. Now saying we the MPs may no be asemaba. You say omunye eligible, so on the court parliament because some work say dual citizenship say they. Kwame, we are straightforward. Yes, so we are dual citizen. Because we work. We could have man with citizenship, we could have Ghana citizenship. We are not kratas. Into your can't send the tools so now. Oh, court now, we could have krata interest. Near come. That's all.
So adjournment.
Now,
appeal.
Oh, call one for krata a chair unye dual citizen. One for krata now. Court no kase kofa krata no ba, then you appeal against that ruling
because it's the law.
Because
the law allows you.
But that's what I'm saying. When the time I'm here branch here na me kujina pal kujina. I'm here branch here me kujina parliament for the first time in 1995, 1996.
Okay, branch I'm a question. Yes.
When him say we school we school 3 years, 4 years, where we university. What be national service? Tiba ba peace FM be national service. To be able say we free say legona wa we free ho. We free ho be 1 year, 2 years be ejuma or peace FM. To be able say oh we school no be ejuma bi or peace FM. But ye will be no more we school say legona na ye keep vasa na take na bibia. Ye fa mo ye ejuma school.
Teaching assistant.
Inti no you found teaching assistant. Free campus ho. O say twaso. Ti me say me
we now you TA, right?
You found me TA for national service. Ti me we school me sat na ho 2 years here national service. Me we na ade a chia na me nya me ko abrochiri.
Okay.
This is 1988 89 baby. When I maybe jina parliament 1996 and obi kofa ba say sa abrante no work carnation or she obi jina no kra one on national service.
Oh wow.
And my paper be published here. It's a free press, so then the 2 front page. National service. Kwame, It's in one side, me time national service certificate. And I'm the cultural. Finish. Now, where's me train? Emma, I didn't so election NDC for a year, CP before. No, be the cockot. Say, when you qualify. So, be general election because when you're national service. No, my train, my 7 cockota. Now, me answer my cockots, me could defend me home. Me call ya called me say, now national service certificate never here for Kofabra. Then I appeal against that ruling.
Let's just say, be only certificate, you know.
Now, how is it that simple, straightforward case like this taking 1.5 years? Okay, George Amudian.
Okay, it took 4 years.
It's 1997. And no crowd, the electoral commission, Puankasa Jitum, say, a mistake. Transposition. Yeah, the way they come out, ammonia come out, Jitum. And no crowd, straightforward cases say, Kwame, it took 4 years for the judiciary. For the judiciary to rule on it. Well, when this is judiciary now, because the legal process, no, say, say, how before people say just we are here now. We create needness or copy BB. Where are you going to find the time where friends to them their court to work for India every a week? Now, high lawyers. Oh, see, Chief Justice, ubetime reform judicial system in such a way. So, court, where you show. So, ubenya justice case here straightforward. Actually, 3 months, 4 months, menya justice. Share petition here the buy. Be 2 months, meboa.
Petition here.
Election petition last day.
Yeah.
2 months. Yeah, we. Yeah, first one took 8 months. Look, just a. Inti. Yeah, pasi betimi. The system no allows people to obstruct justice. There can be before in chance anymore. You don't want to go to court.
Nah, it's a waste of your time.
Waste of your time.
Anyway.
Encourage a abuse of free speech. But me dem asem ni twa so. Police for mo jinaso but mo family kwanso. Nipa nso a eken kasanse nsemi de bia yi. Amun susu. Ye omra e wo memoha.
Nana Kumiameda say, this one says, I don't personally get the idea behind journalism practice these days. For instance, a journalist can allege that somebody has raped a girl. Interestingly, the burden of proof is now on the person who has been accused to prove he did not rape. But the man making the allegation, no proof and walks free. This is the kind of journalism being practiced in Ghana today. Nana Hesse or Jiri and Ode Nadrinchre Ebaye. Justice Abeku Newton of Faye. Chairman General, when we say Oliver Bakavomawo doesn't have the capacity to stage a coup, do we mean the right time someone can be arrested, charged, prosecuted, and sentenced to death for high treason is only when the said individual has mobilized an army and openly rolling their tanks, rocket launchers, ground-to-air missiles, and all kinds of deadly weapons on the streets of Accra in broad daylight is when we say that the person has capacity? Justice Abeku Newton of Faye. This one says, I side with Nana Kumia on the cost of getting justice in Ghana. There should be serious reform. The cunning tricks, costing client time and money, etc. should be a thing of the past. You'll serve the other party on the day case is to be heard. The judge opens the file, no document shows you've served them, adjournment, then adjournments follow. The system should notice these petty things and curb them. Angela from Agbawe sent that one in. And then let's see if there are any others here. I'm in court. Kwesi Pratiso. Kwame, even a magistrate court has no jurisdiction to grant bail in a case of treason felony. How much more the police? Nana, thank you very much. But what it is that first, you're charging it with BBI, say misdemeanor. That is what we heard. that a misdemeanor. A training Yabete say a treason felony. Anyway, when Reverend Osu Bempa was arrested and sent to court, we hailed the IGP. And the same IGP caused the arrest of a journalist. Now we say he's anti-journalist. It do say man probe. Kwame, much as we all don't support a coup and will never support irrespective of the party in power, the government of the Akufo-Addo should reduce the lifestyle of hiring a jet when teachers are on strike. Kenke 3 cedis, pure water 20 pesos. Did you hear Abronyo of the MPP saying JDM is planning a coup? Oh, really? Abronyo. Bobo Kelebama Camp. Well, I haven't heard, but if he has, of course, I'm sure you agree he's also irresponsible. Kwame, good morning to you and your panel. The topic for my master's program in painting at KNUST was, quote, horrors of war. One of the courses was irresponsible journalistic reportage, which raises sentiments. Those beating war drums must note that a stray bullet does not discriminate against party affiliation, religion, tribe, rich or poor. Kumali, Kumase, I so agree with you. I don't believe in the oppression of free speech, but that shouldn't warrant loose and reckless talk. Even some lawyers of the same fraternity have descended on the Judiciary and Legal Council. It is very dangerous. Kwame, I think the law must deal with such people because some of these people don't know what 1979 coup was like. O'Neill and Ponsa in Amsterdam. And then in this era of coup d'etats all over Africa, we cannot sit and watch people make unguarded and reckless statements and go scot-free. Going through, well, I'll leave it there. Kwesireno Zagunado being the man is on trial, I'll leave it. Those who shouting free Oliver, are they kidding me? They don't know the gravamen of what he spewed on social media. Kwejo Edupako, let's leave the courts to do that one. Okay, for those of you who are judging him, please, I'm sure you know I'll read your message. A patriotic Ghanaian will love to lose everything but have Ghana stable. Democracy is not at all times pleasant, but dictatorship is not an option. A coup is nothing good for a patriotic citizen to advocate. Till date, the signs of the torture of 1981 are still on my mother. Nana Kwame Furi, Etiwa West. Kwame, these days, what the old men you think will not do are doing it, so the children don't respect them. Reverend Acosta Nti, I'm trying to figure out what. Kwame, media comments have led many countries into war and deadly unrest. I didn't see the Rwandan war, but the history has fed some of us the role irresponsible media comments played. Today, some Ghanaians want to be celebrated for beating war drums. Pathetically, same is being defended by people who must know better. Kabila Etrima Fwase sends that. Kwesi Prati Pacho Brem.
Kwame, anope me ba no. Yana ya yenu Alex. All the topics ni share me.
Alex.
Hey.
Isaac.
Okay. Sorry, Isaac. They misro.
Peace FM.
All the topics ni share me. Now the share me asan me kan me say, hey. And then somehow walk off by saying make a some any better sir. Na nienti any better sir and say asam no edikan e wasam dibia.
Yeah.
It will come some edding papa. One share year. No anya na asam wo gina court a wo defending the ho no. We be overtaken, we be do prison and no no do prison. Nti asam we ne kan edding. Nanso edika pa Kwame, any moral issues near can help.
There
I'm not talking morality here. Asama ye can ni titru eye emra sam ni ye kan. Etosu mienu emra na chi no kra no ye were the principles behind the law. And also very, very important. And your procedure and also critical in these matters. Of course, your background, your history, and also and some baby or I say can na boom na yasem no emudu prekope. Na opening somewhere you can in there no. Enye ene chassis. Shasiache. You were one bakwasem ewo ho. Na emi de say ende February 15th 2022 year kasai womo di akutene that you and some ne see that ni na no bebre ase nti ye ka ebeboa ye pa
ye ka ebeboa abronya de ne se no kre pa so de a ono se en friend bi kwesito hade
masa Mikaipa free press. Free press. Yenua Eben Kwaku.
Eben Kwaku.
Eben Kwaku. Ye chino. Ye niko court. Ye niko tumu. Ubekaya Eben Kwaku abresono. Ye chino niko tumu a. Ye yasem dibia atenya omubua ene se. So wo kan no kura. Who can cry it with you too? The truth is no defense in the land. It's young coaching in your fan cotumun, a million na a yen a acquisition and a mere coaching the party cotton. I know the hoe. Opening me kaipa ya yenya Kokrokoo Junior Malik Kokrokoo. And the near Bakuso Haruna Ata. So Bekaya.
Mekai, August 98.
A dear near Chi won't could do once a do on to affairs. The same situation. So Mako True be for First Lady who are any no cray. Na Sambreno, I a chi wonu, a dear near a can far. Me make I near me make a far. Yamikafa who put Okasem when you say. We should not allow criminalization of speech. And that there are other remedies for dealing with such cases. Because I'm a first lady and a second lady who not saying no cry. You're watching the cartoon. And then me go and make us some noise. FM. Your mom penny nana adodankwa akufuado. Mikaibra yachi harunata. Near Chief Kokrokoo you could share what you feel. Or not oil lawyer or dimu pa or yentam. Ye now could read in the Sansame who a far home plan. That's some more kinds of criminalization of speech today should not be allowed under any circumstances. Make kaipa obi ponji mechinye. Sade, there are several remedies, and those are the remedies who should be applied. Opening. Emi de passe ende ya yenia akoto ampa o mampani lawyer otiase na ende we show consistency bia efe and someone no can da no no one wo kan ende emi fe sakoto ampa we show this level of consistency. Mikai yeti ekuobi ani friend Friends of Free Expression. Yen ye share ekuna se a ema criminal libel law no yi free ho. Na sa Friends of Free Expression wo mo na ka ho. Professor Kwame Kaikari no di ban no e wo sa ko no. Dr. Yao Graham akoto ampao. Nanado no ka ho no boayen and so on. Friends of Free Expression. Arguments ben ye ne sambre no say ye criminal libel law in free. The principal argument was that we should not criminalize speech. No because some foul who na say nya no kra na egu hu fia. There are remedies, civil remedies, not criminal remedies, and so on. In the kind. And then assistant argument na assistant no I don't know. Opening Usha Yamrapon a 1992 constitution now. 1992 constitution. We have sections of the constitution now establishing National Media Commission. It set up an arbitration process. As a uka for being that's a dinewu, a good hoofing and so on. The framers of the constitution who say in some na beko quarter emwa kebmemin kebia memo. It is almost establishing in the constitution arbitration processes in the constitution. clear. The framers of the Constitution were very clear in their minds as to what they wanted to achieve. Now, enukre, ni openi kan enukre, nana kumia kan enukre, kwame ni wakan enukre. And then a thought that newspapers need you ha wo fana wo kan na wo yam hihyew. And somewhere yetro. Enya sampa, emfa kwan mu. Radio kra de ne kan kra. Obi papa, obi mami, obi nua. Na etumi supano sa supano so supano no nyese njina so wo so njina so bia ni ho. Yes I know. Party politics yes I know. Mingi ni se no ya de papa ese so. Na yesi yen so yesi nya de papa ye kwachi na kwato afiase. Is that the best way? Say person build democracy. Is that the best way? Kwame me ameti ha me ka say nyame na meka. Na hu amani papa na mdeti hai. Ubeka ya enche bia be 5 years ago. Me so se mu na mbeka every week. Listen me so. Ba ku bia ba ya no de che pa ya say every week bia me koji petrol e wo castle. So ubeka ya. So me koji petrol wo castle. Kwame meti hai. Mpenifo wa ha. Yesa mi kasa na hotini adinti. Netumi asua kase. Menji petrol teaspoonful if you are buying hoda. Teaspoonful of petrol if you are buying hoda. Nanso edigu mani mase. E kan be ya chi obi tu mu. E bia na menyo mampani de. Nanso mi bisase ya chi obi tu mu ana. Anya no pe. Ye na wo ha. Ye bekai DKM. Mukai DKM. And God is love. Eba na se be kai. You see, Madam Lordina Mahama, onu na shachiri, na ya nukre. Ene, na ya nukre. Na se nya nukre, why na chi nutu. Eno no na ya papa. DKM and buying state land. Emu ne why ne modu. Now so man tese ya chibi atumo. Man tese police for kwachi bia.
My Mr. Bibi question.
Yes, sir.
Based on a police for Asema Mokai say, what could be one police for Afro say, Beboam no Munchichi, and I say be in Simbiano no fire on Mushim. Omafre wa wamba. What options do they have?
Small bisa de imudo. In the first instance, should the police be involved in this matter?
Well,
because I've outlined 2 remedies: civil remedy and criminal remedy, criminal proceedings. We say there shouldn't be any criminal proceedings. What is the role of the police?
Okay.
What is the role of the police? If we agree that this matter, no, there should be recourse to civil remedy, then what is the role of the police in the first instance?
So the police should not investigate it because there's no criminality there.
No, Master. Wa danfo. Aye na buno. We nimumbra. Esankuma. Okay, be okay. Also, insulting the president is not a crime.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, legally.
Yes. Also, insulting the president is not a crime. What role has the police in this matter? Absolutely no role. You understand? Inti anono enfanya djuma. Na bibisu sia ya na medwene ho amintimi ase opani police for bechiwa dem hu say inspector general of police ano omu twanya anadu 11 o'clock ni abechu there's a dole no esa that cell dole esa that cell ebi ani acho Friday dole ube that cell and also style ben no start there, no. Police if only capacity to arrest would be to say Bubi Ansa during the daytime. If they had to arrest him, did they have to arrest him in the manner in which he was arrested? I doubt.
It fits into the thinking, so be shady. Kutu pebi na washe police before nana.
But I say,
me say it fits into the thinking, so be na shady.
I mean, fit in. So who fit in the no problem.
No.
I mean, that's a fit in. Oh, no, Michelle. Eddie, police before, why? They don't have the capacity to mount surveillance on people. This 11 and Ado and Sami Akwachino. Me doing one means I can't understand. Masa, with him. And some know a dozen. There is also an element of fairness. In the application of the law, no, there should be the element of fairness. One more yachichi won't. And in the beer, one more cast someone in Ukraine as one more trade in Ukraine. And in the beer, Yimbisa. Now then, the Binum the Omokan in Ukraine won't. A Binum dear, Omo Yenia, Yenia, Yenchi won't. So the element of fairness comes up for discussion. Fairness. Master. Ya wo mamu ha kwa me da bia wo correct me nti na de
nka se kroma
mu se metwa
me professor neti ho no
ya wo mamu ha ona me say wo mamu ha ya ni na ewo ana obi de o si ne bo the judge satem threaten judge and so on ekosi sai anu ekosi sai ade ebinom burumbra no so ana.
Obviously.
Ebinom burumbra no so ana. Ye wo mamu ha judge moi at court. Ye di asam. Judge say, "Hey, na mo nipa na mo di na ba court no mu hu say o ye soronko ana." Me bu am kan kire me say we en siga na ha. Say, "Hey, na we nu masam na mpesa meka." Judge o ti court. Ne koba no saa na pepe yo no e wo hifa pepe yo no na e wo hifa obani second case eni amidi kan kan ne nsentrefo asem hwe nsentrefo yam fom so yi na yam fom so obi ni wa o nsentre ni a onyam fom so na mom enye yanko aso na yam fom so obi ni wiase ya onyam fom so professor T professor wa professor si ya o mo nyam fom so Omoye. No problem. Omoye. University lectures, yeah, omoye from so. Master, now lawyer for an from so. Judges nan from so. And our doctors in from so. Obia from so. But I thought that and from so the circumstances around it that they try to say, oh, or sin a from so there. Now mum and yet buapayo and I dream bonning or the from so no. Inti enjay mu maninka meboa na de na sanche for the omo yan sanche enfomso a yemia won fi to no biara yan enfomso ni aja no ekofo ni aban mu omo yan enfomso da eti yan enfomso se yan enfomso na se boa payo na de yan enfomso se adwene boni na de yan enfomso a yan twen aso no problem. But the question is, Sanchef on Kwan, ya two and yes, you almost were. I've been doing in many ways. Opening maybe illustrations be where daily graphic and the daily graphic. Kratafa du Miensan heading Baker Voma Vo remanded over treason felony. Master paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very interesting. I say, counsel for the accused person, Mr. Bafwo Jewu Bonsu Ashai, who initially held brief for lead counsel Mr. Akoto Ampao, Anthony Akoto Ampao, had impressed on the court to admit his client to bail. He contended that although treason felony was a first-degree felony and therefore outside the jurisdiction of the district court, the court should use its discretion to uphold the bail application due to the exceptional circumstances of the case. According to counsel, the police breached the constitutional provision which required accused persons to be produced before court within 48 hours after their arrests. Also, he contended that the police breached his client's constitutional right to a lawyer during the period of detention. Lawyer neka. Lawyer ya okasai hold brief for Akoto Ampao, who happens to be the president's own lawyer. Akoto Ampao, quite apart from the fact that the president's own lawyer, works from the chambers of the president. Oduneka Asamwe. Edikan Ghana Mrano se police vote di Mrano so muntiri. A chance say what you be a this woman that cell more than 48 hours without granting bail or putting the person before court. 48 hours. It is mandatory. You have no excuse. No excuse. Mandatory. And then a post for here. They kept the suspect for more than 48 hours. Niakan was so having, and he said, "One man, the lawyer for the access to the person." Within that period, no detention, his lawyers were not allowed access to the person. And no, Embrano, no. Say, person dimbraso, nation microphone, no dimbraso. Yankasa, dimbraso. No access to the accused person. No access. Na, Masa Mpacho, yeah. Yewura Akoto Ampao. Onusu kasa asam no ho pa. Masa o kasa ho pa tie. Lead defense counsel Mr. Akoto Ampao said the action of the prosecution was rather cynical and amounted to bad faith. Akoto Ampao de kasa yo. Was rather cynical and amounted to bad faith. He said the prosecution, knowing that the district court had no jurisdiction, brought he said the prosecution, knowing that the district court had no jurisdiction, brought the accused person before it as a strategy to deny him his fundamental rights, freedom and liberty.
Anti police for no ebuapayo omonim says a charge in Fanko District Court.
Akoto Ampao na eken nyamia. Osi lead counsel Mr. Akoto Ampao said the action of the prosecution was rather cynical and amounted to bad faith. He said the prosecution, knowing that the district court had no jurisdiction, brought the accused person before it as a strategy to deny him his fundamental rights, freedom and liberty. He pointed out that the 48-hour rule was mandatory on every institution in Ghana, and so the continuous detention of the accused person was a flagrant disregard of the law. Flagrant disregard of the law. Describing the charge as a total nullity, he prayed the court not to disregard the bail application, as the prosecution could not argue that because the court lacked jurisdiction, the accused ought to be kept in custody. And of course. Masa, yanka ni trim. Watching him pay. Emrani Trese, and this is modern to prison, modern to cell for more than 48 hours. And that you have to take him to a competent court before the expiration of 48 hours. Modern court, any jurisdiction over the matter. Is that complying with the law? Is that complying with the law? Modern court, any jurisdiction. So he has to continue languishing in jail. Judge Nasembe no kind. Judge Nasembe kind say, hey, Modinaba, me need to me, I'm in my bail. Which is a fact. As some judge Nikan, no correct only to me. What more didn't call you soon say judge me to me. As one would not judge name. What is the purpose? What is the purpose? Masa, I say, it's your own kunwa, it's your dream. Yes, I ben ibuno. Now we, a bit to you now. Yeah, and they are boss Osenu, Yankai, Sir Konkon, until Hoda, and Bredani, it misses her. Masa Adim, and there, one more embrace, a divi won't send a divi won. A binum yen this for. me ye sure pass nipa bi won dis ni mu a ebra ye chi Kokrokoo ba ko ni Haruna no omo bose omo ni jisi ya chi Kokrokoo ba ko ni Haruna me boa it is possible dane ye no omo say ene asuomusu ade dane ye no ene de a different matter, different analysis and so on. I think we should be consistent and be principled at all times. Yadi ye Kokrokoo ba ko ni Haruna no nenye ene yadi yo bia so a enye ochina so yadi yo bia so a enye yentumi nka se yadi ye Kokrokoo ba ko ni na ye na yadi yo bia enye ani yentumi and done in any way around adia no se nya na nyo se ya na ye principle, that's all. Principle, that's all. Na se ya nya ne sa ebe ma amanyo kuo mpanimfo yi omo boye nyina bo omo die nyina be bo chaskele.
Question me say bibi
Yes,
how about ya kasa no say what church mu say ekwan de Oliver Voma wo fa so no anya kwan pa. How about ensema okan? How about ensema ye kan with radio so social media, TV so near there? How about that?
Kwame, send me D kan and no kra nam di kan. Say ensema free ya no ba no. Masa ebi wo ho a betimi akasam a ebetimi wano keke wo be kasam ebebo man. Ebetimi aba wano keke wo timi di kansam so a edi mpuntuo ba edi anyumnyam ne anije ba enso no biara wo kasam a sani opani ajekum de bi oba wo ka kire yen ese wo keri wasam na bisa ho se na bia me kasam nanso eye biapa asam ya me kai why na beti wo kasam wo se etoda etimi kansam be se mo fra wo ha yen jaika meboa asam krona wo asam utumi ka empanifo mu utumi ka asam bi emofra wo ha utumi ka sa asam no etoda so empanifo so wo ho so a asam bi wo ha utumi nka enso enti yi na we se obi akeri ni kasa eno nya dia me obi ankeri ni kasa na no nkyerɛ sɛ wankeri wo kasa yɛnkɔkye afiase masa kememe nkebua membo ni yɛhyehyɛ democracy. There are principles guiding the law. The law itself is very clear, and whatever processes we use ought to be fair to everybody. You understand? Ought to be fair to everybody. Yati ya kasai omanpani dada John Dramani Mahama. What is Nkrofo bi kaso ni ku President Mills?
Very, very still, isn't it?
Na allegation ben ye mo ducha murder.
I am a crash or repeat you her.
That's what the coup President Mills. Now, one more Mukasa John Mahama and the coup President Mills. And what in the actual
Intianja no Mukanesa. So, what is the remedy?
The Americans are saying, Chinina.
But because Intianesa,
Una be me that's it. And ra, me can be a family. Media be some Minobia, media me a century Mikeke, Minoman Penny, Mini Minister, Mindi Minister, that Minobia. But these things apply. And ra. Me one madam for be sending me bribi sa woman no me omo website ni
mo bibi no bibi
sa de bribi no sa me mako ya dan for ni yemia Asante regional minister sa ko bunko to dwe wananim akopa ne chow and so on. The last time I mishia ya yenua honorable Simon Osei-Mensah studio ha 9 months ago. 9 months ago. This is when Kokobunko to do an. The last time in the Kasaya 2 weeks ago, telephone or so. But Yatro, Ediato. So then that me no. Obi Koka say, hey, Makobunko to be akoyese. And ya no correct.
Into young man into us.
Debbie,
into what's the remedy? What do we do?
There are remedies. Kwame, one of the remedies is exposure of the lies. So we have 1992 Constitution now. The right to rejoinder is a right enshrined in the Constitution. What is that? The right to rejoinder. Rejoinder no makwan ema wosu tumi a church and semunumu on a mention no. But rejoinder no, there was many limitations. Imagine so akotro there for obi ho a sabi or no nimatro onimuhwe. The person is immediately handicapped. He may not be able to utilize the right of rejoinder. Send your opinion, you couldn't bet me use the right of rejoinder. It has limitations. I agree. Apart from the right to rejoinder, no, there are several processes. Several processes.
Na kumia ka say na obekwa obebre.
Oh, menina na kumia so ya dwen. Na ne wahin na akwa womre. Ne emu ne wahin na akwa womre. Ni titi akwa say eni so bia ka samu a enim. Eni so bia ka samu enim. Eni so bia twa asam to obi so ana oye na bi say we de mi gu ne hu fi. Oh, so wo ka samu a enya hu fi ni ne hia wo. Bibi ikosu na senya wo kasa ne be trinitrin no na ye yama ye nyina na se wo gu obi hu fi because asam kro na betimi aka with the intention say wo de wo gu obi hu fi the same thing betimi aka say wo kasa ne be ya e be trinitrin nyoma no man no atumi atumpon oh na me che no the motivation should always be for good, not for damaging and so on. Na e be gina entity a ye nyina be nya so ho ye nyina especially young penny for one omemu. Kwame, here and a bribiaba. Yina yanka hosemu as well. Massa, a kuakua can political parties bill. One more social media warriors. Mebua catching me. Social media warriors, the Mabe no more. And once a multi social media was soon to your own car. Now, say or your NDC social media warrior. As someone who can create no crafa NDC one. As one ye bibia ma someone who can ye bogu. Ne emuatem di die wo hwini awa wuti eso ne ade enu kwa meanwhile ebia na wo so yi lebia someone who can a wuti eso wonaya etia ne ade no mfa ho. Ne atwa asem ni na kodina wo hwini eso wonaya wa. Poto Some concept of social media warriors also is contributing to this situation. Your social media warriors, they are not there to be fair. They are not there. They are propaganda instruments. Akufu, they are warriors. They are there to do damage and so on. Now, political participant will you'll be surprised. As far as no credible more social media warriors. You understand? Some phenomenon Nankasano is doing a substantial damage. I say, dream home. Anyway, what can you say?
What can you say? Mommy, Prof.
Oh, yes, come in. There can be say, say, many Dr. Baumia teaching, many Koji Miskao.
So Kokrokoo di ufi.
The Kokrokoo there won ne papa fie.
No no fie.
Ne papa fie ntia se akole bia oku school aye ko ne papa fie
Kokrokoo. The Kokrokoo twi se de be ya se onya post a obe fa me. Na man ye the chief of staff.
Na we ni atro ne dia to so. Na amanfo de nam.
Ti kwame on oman no na chichire no. And some truffle and Mabunu and Pendle 4. A man of 4. A man of 4, Yenina account. Is that say, Baby, I had to chill me dra crack. Essenia, a more jope, not even from the Ababum. Yes, sir, a more a man to chill man, sister. Nanina could you say, as some now can. I am no crack. I am no crack and come on, say, yeah, can't someone. Oh, can't some now share what you say. That is a big room. I want near mammy, you know. Just say, as we are making, I say, Obitia, say me be home. It won't so not Nipana, one and all can. Wouldn't so, we'll be our Jenny dear. Into the quan, I one and all can. But only near Obi Pier free hunting. A baya, Because this morality. Morality is who here. Say you know who say me so and say akwesi. Nya make so say enya no kra mintiti akwesi akoma ho. You know me yesa na mentia na kwa me yesa na wentia ya ye betra somdiem. Na baby akeka konde kwa me anose. Me de besia.
Ye hiam penyifo, ye hiam penyifo. Hiam penyifo.
I come in penyifo na ye so pa wo na ye ka no.
But penyifo ni bi so a omnom so sa ade so.
But penyimpa so ho.
Yes.
Brother, Ghana has to say it here. Penyimpa ho. Ah, obehu penim bi pa penim e bia no ye MPP. MPP for ya de na say nya otu bi na nka say eh ahwe nya mo ye mu hwe ni ye. Obehu penim bi pa no ye NDC ni. And this for ya de na say you to me the nancy waka say hey nyamu ye enko ye mayen on na me je no and this am for no but and am say wo masam no emu pi wo masam no enko so sensation ni ne akweka ga ho ni ti ye tipo ye ma won chance to express themselves wo mo pen to kwa na wo mo ka ye gumu si ye nkokuku ye ho ni ade no wo masam ne tati kwame sampano ya entantin sampano
na me di wia ne se tumi bia ewo nipa nsem bia ewo na wie
ya
tumi ko bible mu na hwe apam dada mu ahemfo nwoma breso sem ohini bia oba ye bia se no the Israel man no born a akopem baby the Nebuchadnezzar ahini akopem baby nti maye matumi no enwura ye mu te sania se uni tumi a uni bibia enipa bebre ni tumi omone nam ho enigye so ebinum wo tumi omone nam ho awerho so mapon
Nana Korea
Kwame.
Yes sir.
Professor Transi na wo no strike.
Translate.
Boss wo mo aduma.
Me aduma.
Why would you strike or wedge?
No ni bi o ye nya ni classroom.
Asa. Ma me tro dem go for ntia say ye aduma no e ya de kire. Na say o treten kwara no supervision wo hwe mu. Any research as a 1 year ho a ye be you
research us allowance then by translation.
Ma me ja
No problem nyana na ka wo trans ya ka music mani be. But won't be trans.
We busy chen kwam se vaka.
Na me busy.
Asa kwam tamo de ba ha no. Se ga me bo na opon no obi anyeje na. Wa wie efa we yo.
But not me kwa another place. All that same no.
Kwame. Kwame eyi. Insamino well, send a year dikaka. So the mood. Menu akwesi ka baby or say fairness. Kwesi say there should be fairness.
Fairness, yeah.
Mejitum. Emre twemu so bi dinisa sinebo e kan say Lordina Mahama ekuo we ana adwuma we ne dia eno no na watama manfo sika akwakodia esenke etimi Philippa de bisa na sem ebia no wonjina so obi beboa
ebia so no kan try
but ya friend no bisa no be den say oninjina so ana so kan try say yes sir kebia nen ke ndu bia ye di that's my point.
Yeah.
Yen sa obi so be kan bi o ka say eh dey try mi obi kokan we fa Lordina homa ye twin na so na ibisa no senjina so we esan say yan bi so obi aso fenjina so ombram entina niam ye koso na ye can said it's never too late
to start
because once start here now tomorrow it will be worse. Okay, by me that say there's more fairness, but it's a chance here. It means I say it's not saying see and renting a cost where and then so yenjai men cost because and ra is see no obi anka. So because President Mahama de Kokrokoo say anything. I don't want to repeat it.
Yeah, it's dirty.
If so Nipan say no business as sinibu cancer. You should have called the person to come and explain. If you have no evidence. Only evidence and next time no onkasasa. That is the point.
And you say my party chairman, Associate President Mahama, and Al Qaeda for a planning coup Ghana.
And also what I mean.
And
Abronya.
Police were invited.
They should. They should.
Because Ebiani Eke. Ebiani Eke.
Kasabasa, I don't
know. Kwesi can be a fundamental say criminalization of speech. The chair say okay baby me fan say udi boni through speech kasa. So kasa say say bia
that includes also what we write.
Yeah. But say speech and as a kasa as a against say udi sikan bo betray. Well, as a against say what can be for be. So the second code betray mu dia one hwa na obeku nipa. Then na assault. They say yetimi they can criminal and there's the police for ena ebeso asemunu police. Na adwenhwene ne say kasa de and sesen ka yetimi ema police for ena behwe kasa enti na you do ako prison nteno nka yema civil and a criminal yema civil no chese nipa no besama o se ne kan otwe sama kwesi prada kase mako wieska nti me sama kwesi prat se bra court na be yan se wenti me anwa no court mbo for na say bia damage bia event so pata bi na be ma court order na pata any friend civil police for Bermudia na a criminal na no betimi do akọ prison. Okay nti adwenhwene ne say kasa de anase bibia ya chron de kebe yanka ma police embem enu nti no afibe 2001 2002 ho samrana it criminalize kasan ye free o senebeya kasano say entro no eye seden anase sena kasano eye seden kra en say police for the omojim nipa na ya kasetia no ono betimi dia court civil it's am the be mu say court ye so court now you must well forget it.
But I mean, Mr. Sekasano say element of criminality wo
o de be me buy no so.
Okay.
So we see a point in say police no should not get involved when it is speech or writing. Now because that is the but enti enunti no yetu anamo eyi criminalization criminal libel law ye free books. But kwa me say na okay. Maybe an akase binso no criminal aspect wo. Share yenwa ya osi emeye cool.
Yeah.
How do you do a civil case against him?
A bedding.
How do you institute it? Maybe me call court. I don't have the locus. On board me di onya hwe. On board me din kan frank assembly. There's a difficulty. Wow. Me assure say police for no mrebi omugina so.
Mrebi.
Yeah, the police for no mrebi omugina so. And se mran wo ho na ye sa mran no yensesa no dia. Let the police do their work. They be a police for monyo me one fam running ye juma. It is a running ye den ye free. Se mran wo ho dia. Let the police do their work. Menji ndi say Mami Rebecca na no betimi out that police them konko fa assembly o men. And I'll even be happy. Se Mami Rebecca funny lawyers momo so mu ye civil case.
Editiano.
So, Otiemi, I would encourage her to find lawyers to pursue a civil case. Yes, he will from Omana Sasi. It's a very serious allegation. Oh, from Omana Sasi. Yes, here you pictures crowd of assassin or from.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
let me maintain it.
But obviously, police for no one maybe or mujina so. Because at the end of the day, police for team found prison. She's a court. It is the police for Nimro Mujinaswa. Omudu court a court bebuego. Ne who here and say harassment no. Now they we should make sure say police for Bosimu Mra Mujinasu Ntimu Yemu Ejuma. Yemamu Yemu Ejuma. But you should also obey the law. And I say second, and I make a second takradi.
MC.
Maintain this will be the order minister being the order police and go second takradi MC. The police thought they are doing their work. Let's allow them. Almost so no they should be punished. It is how omudini to move 48 hours. Should it go free? Those involved should also be punished. The police officers are under their watch where this man was detained for more than 48 hours. Shouldn't they be questioned? Almost here for Mumrani be some certain times Mutiamrano. Matisse a Yenu Bobia and so said the crime of us and Najo the Sum Chese OK CTFM reported Bia. Chese at time. CTFM reporter be tramful ni na mufise weti amra na mo pese mo wimba no kwa asa mo cost station ho ko traumatize journalist e wo ho. We should be also be speaking again and the new IGP onfa we sun kan ejuma where the officers no go wrong. He should be able to show Ghanaians that they are going to be punished. And the Bema Ghana for more confidence and support him to work.
That's it.
Now say also the Crawford are breaking the law. This particular case, this is the first time police for Etiamra. Let's find out those whose supervision this occurred. That's what will help the society. That's what will help the law.
Nana kumia mamina say. Minia something Kwame Nyameche Edifri Kumasi Abase by force. Menka in Proverbs 18:21. Samson, maybe Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. That says the word of the Lord. Amen. Samson made that say. Kwesi, Yampwana.
Oh, come here from a DMB na be kaka ho. No. Ye na ye hwe yi. O man anya ye chichire. Na obiara bibia wo ye bia no. Ya no ye bisa ye ho se na ye no. E beboa me ye chichire o man na se. Eno no kwame. Bibia ni.
Kwesi Pratt made that say e beboa o man na se. Nana Kumia, yada say Professor Kofi Ejekum, yada say Mobakai home anopay. Let me go back to my Kofi Kina. Yamia Dumo China you Kuada the 16th of February, ever samba. Our next year's broadcast is at 12. Make way. Kofi Kumbilson is next on your radio. As always, may your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and your hopes alive is all you have. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.